Hi there. So, this piece is Natalia Loyola's piece. It's a triptych, it's a risograph. Natalia Loyola is a Brazilian artist, and her background is in journalism and anthropology. Her master's degree was in anthropology. And what I find very interesting, in fact, in her background is that journalism is, the language per se, and anthropology, in some respect, you do brush on geology. And her artistic investigation is precisely on finding a lexicon to communicate, quote unquote, communicate with geology. So, yeah, that was just an interesting link. Now let's get into the piece. So this print is it's a soy-based print, which is the technique used for risographs, which is great, fun fact, also because it's very eco-friendly. So that's also a great reason to purchase the work. But what I love about risographs is that it has this graininess quality to it. And that is very intentional on Loyola's part. Because the graininess, what it does, it instigates us to a different type of attentiveness, let's say. The solidness of the rocks become more porous, and you linger in the image. So you enter the image more. And they almost, lose context and lose rigidness. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit so you can maybe see the graininess. I love this piece. It could be a body of some sort. It doesn't have to necessarily be a rock formation, or even this one. It has the black void in it. It's almost inviting. So the risograph, the technique of the risograph does that. It has a different time than a print, than a photograph. It's almost closer to the contemplation of a painting. So that's formally speaking. And conceptually speaking, I would argue that what Loyola is trying to do is to maybe question that some things that are theoretically distant to us, such as rocks and geology and nature, don't have to be, shouldn't, aren't. Because in fact, is it really distant? We are nature before we became civil, right? So I think a lot of her trying to bridge and create this lexicon between geology and our language is really trying to integrate us again. It's a bit against the Anthropocene. Yeah, it's a good reminder. It's a very good reminder. Natália Loyola.